Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is October 15th, 2025, and here are the top cryptocurrency news stories. For today's video, we start the episode with the UK, which is moving to allow asset managers to get involved with blockchain and tokenization in particular. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority has unveiled a roadmap to help asset managers adopt blockchain technology and tokenization. The rest of the article says that little by little, in the future, there will be laws that are more crypto-friendly, so they can move further towards tokenization. So from the UK, which is becoming more crypto friendly, we move on to ETFs, starting with the spot Bitcoin ETF. As of October 13th, BlackRock's spot ETF had inflows of $60 million. The day ended with plus $326 million, while on October 14th, we don't know yet what BlackRock has done, but we are currently at $133 million in inflows. For the Ethereum ETF, we have the exact opposite of what happened on October 13th, with BlackRock having a net outflow of $310 million in its ETF and the day closing at negative $428 million. On October 14th, without BlackRock, we are already at plus $236 million this time. As for Ethereum, we haven't seen such outflows since early September, so we are going back quite a bit. Continuing with Elon Musk, he made positive comments about Bitcoin. Essentially what he did was respond to a netizen who said that money is no longer the main issue. The new race in the world is artificial intelligence. AI is mainly funded by governments like the United States and China, which are spending huge amounts of money on AI. The reason why gold, silver, and Bitcoin are rising is because traditional currencies like the dollar and the Chinese yuan are constantly inflating so that the AI sector can continue to be funded. However, the user added that you can't just print energy, and Elon Musk responded saying that this is true, and that's why Bitcoin is based on energy. As he explained, you can, with the push of a button, print as many euros or dollars as you want, which is what virtually all governments have done, inflating their currencies. However, you can't create fake energy, and apparently both referred to Bitcoin's consensus mechanism, which requires miners to consume energy to produce new Bitcoins. No one can, at the click of a button, create additional Bitcoins without going through this process, as we do with fiat currencies. Finally, we move on to Binance. We learned that Binance has given out another $400 million to traders after the weekend chaos, as their systems couldn't handle the pressure. It seems that Binance is compensating those who lost their money unjustly. Moving now from Binance, we will also go to BNB Coin, which I just told you yesterday that it has reached a new historical high of $1,369. I also told you that he has a huge activity in his chain. However, I didn't show you this activity, which was wrong. Now, in terms of BNB, it has been a new historical high in its active management over the last 180 days, reaching 3,469,000 active addresses, while transactions in the last 180 days, as you can see, were huge. Almost 29 million transactions on October 8th. As you can see, the network is doing very well. The main reason is the trend of memecoin, as we know from crypto news. Compared to other chains, the only one that seems to exceed BNB is the Solana chain. However, in terms of fees, BNB exceeds Solana, making $31 million in fees, while Solana only has $4.7 million. This is because BNB is a much more expensive network than Solana, so with much less transactions, about 1/3 still earns more in fees. Therefore, a lot of money flows through the BNB chain right now. Talking about Solana now, it's already over $190, and the reason is that the network is very good, as I have already shown you. However, there is something else that leads Solana's success. Many believe it will continue to grow. According to the on-chain analysis platform called HyblockCapital, about 76% of retail accounts holding Solana have taken long position, which means they believe it will rise. Historically, such a high percentage has been linked to positive future returns. If we look at the data displayed with orange, we see that 76% are in long places in Solana. As for XRP, 71% of retail accounts are long. For Ethereum, 65%, in BTC, 54%. You can freeze the picture if you want to see it more clearly. Also, in terms of Solana, Soulmate bought 5 million Solana directly from the Solana Foundation with a 15% discount. In this company, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest has already bought 11.5% of the shares. These are the last things we know about Solana. Continuing, we go to the news for Chainlink, which has achieved yet another excellent collaboration with S&P Global. Specifically, S&P Global Ratings has worked with blockchain oracle Chainlink to give financial institutions access to on-chain data for new stability calculations for stablecoins. These calculations evaluate each stablecoin based on how well it maintains its attachment. This is an excellent partnership because S&P Global Ratings is not just any company. It is the one that evaluates the credit ratings of banks, companies within the S&P 500 and many other financial institutions. It is generally a company that everyone trusts for their credibility, which is one of the most important things that big investors are looking for. So this partnership with Chainlink is not a little partnership, it's a great partnership. Moving on, it's time to go to our favorite crypto market with Bitcoin at $110,000. At the price that he did not want to increase over our resistance, he fell again and reached $109,000. And what is the reason for that? The reason is that China shows its teeth because China has imposed tariffs on a company called Hanwha Ocean, which is a South Korean interest company. However, this company has 5 US subsidiaries. China has imposed tariffs on this company because it has a very good relationship with America. As you can understand, the mandate will prohibit Chinese organizations and individuals from dealing with sanctions. So beyond all who expect America to put a task in China, we see the opposite. We see China putting tariffs in America, something no one expected. So because China starts showing her teeth, and not small teeth, we wait for the next developments to see what is happening with these two. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. I'd like to remind you that content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.